3 invoices that we've handled have now moved this way. And as the accounts payable team, I have the full overview of all the invoices with the status. So these are pending approval, and I can see by who. So in this demo system, it's quite limited. They're all with Robin. We have 2 approver users in the system. But of course, there's much more to do with the approvals. So first, you can approve in Business Central, or you have a second option, which is our web approval portal. The features or the functionality of these, the web approval portal is the same as in Business Central, but this web approval portal can be accessed with only a Microsoft team member license. Now, an approver that you've set up will receive an email notification, and there's a link in the email. And based on the setup for the user, either the web portal will open when clicking on the link like I'm simulating now, or Business Central will open. So this is our web approval portal interface. As you can see, we have an overview of the invoices that we need to approve. And these notification emails, they can be scheduled to whatever works best for you, for your council, of course. There can be 1 per invoice. There can be 1 per day or 1 per week even. And we also have reminder email functionality. So should maybe after 2 days, 2 days after sending the first notification email, nothing happens, no approval, then you can automatically have the first reminder email sent out to the approvers. And maybe a day later, when again nothing happens, a second reminder. So you don't have to chase the approvers. And this is also a time saver. Now, as I said, the full overview, all the documents that I need to approve. Before we are going to approve the documents, I would be able to check my archive. What did I approve last week? I was briefly touching upon expense management, our other solution for expenses. Well, if I am an approver that is also approving expenses or mileages, then I can do it in this same web approval portal. Purchase contracts can be handled here as well as sales orders and also purchase orders. If you have multiple entities or multiple companies set up in the database, in this case, we only have 1, but I could also switch between the multiple companies should I be an approver for multiple companies. And this is also really nice. In case I'm going on leave, I can set up my out of office here so that the approval can just continue while I'm enjoying a nice cocktail on the beach. Now let's open the first invoice. This is again what the approver will see. Image of the invoice again on the right side. I can add my comments here. I can see that once I give my approval, it will be sent to the next approver in line, Esther. So I can say, Esther, this is okay. While we're here, maybe explaining you how can you approve. First of all, based on approvers and limits. So in this case, Robin can approve up to £5,000. If the invoice like this one exceeds this limit, this amount, then it will be sent to the next approver. In this case, Esther, it's very limited, but you can set up different approvers with different approval amount limits. So that's the first option. The second option is to set up fixed approvers per vendor. So vendor number 1 will always go to Robin, and vendor number 2 will have to go to Esther. And you can also, if you use dimensions within your system, you can approve based on dimension values. This is called advanced approval. So let's say you have an invoice with 2 lines, both for a different cost center. This invoice can be sent to 2 different approvers. Both are responsible for approving their own invoice line. So, all right, so I set my comment here. Esther, this is okay. So Esther can read my comment. I see some details from the invoice here. Also the lines. And you can set up per approver what they can and cannot change to the lines. So in this case, if I want to change item numbers, the computer says no. But if I want to change GL codes, I can do it. However, I can only change it into a few GL codes. And of course, you also have the option for an approver to not make any changes. So all looks good. I can approve the invoice. And now you can see in the top right, it was sent to Esther. I can also reject the invoice. If I've rejected, I'm forced to fill in a reason. I can forward in multiple ways. So first approve and then forward without approval. And if in case I have a question, I can forward it to a colleague with a question and then have it returned back to me with the answer, whereafter I can approve or reject. I can also put it on hold. I might be awaiting a credit memo. I put this in the comments, put the invoice on hold. And in this way, the accounts payable team always has like the good overview of where are the invoices within the system, who has put the document on hold, for what reason. So should you receive a call from a vendor asking on the status of his invoice, you can immediately check and see what the status of the invoice is. For now, let's just approve the invoices and empty the to-do list. As I mentioned, you can also approve within Business Central by going to approval entries. Now this second approver, which in this case is Esther, the second approver, has also received a notification email. She clicked on the link and she is an approver in Business Central, so she will be linked to this page. And as you can see, it looks more or less the same as the web portal. I can see the comment that Robin left. Esther, this is okay. So now I am quite comfortable to blindly approve the invoice. But I can do different things similar to what we can do in the web approval portal, of course. So now they've come into the final stage. They've been fully approved. And now they come back to the finance team, so to say, in the release bin. And they have a new status, as you can see, the status released. And as soon as they have been fully approved, having the status released, they can be posted. You can automate this with a job queue. Automatically every day at 6 o'clock, all the invoices with the status release can be posted. Or you can do it one by one after doing like the final check, or batch-wise, which I will do in this case.